Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you an easy way to make pickled jalapenos. My son-in-law Omi grew these jalapenos in his garden. They're small, but they're potent. And then I bought some other ones at the grocery store. I got a couple of red ones just to give it some color. We're going to hopefully pickle up 2 jars of jalapenos. But what I got to do now, first of all, is I've washed these and now I got to slice them. So let me get my magic knife and slice the jalapenos. And bang, just like that, the jalapenos are sliced up. We're going to get them in this container for now, and then we're going to get our brine going. So stay tuned. I got my saucepan and all the ingredients out here. I got a couple of cloves of garlic that we got to smash with my knife. Smash those cloves of garlic, get them in the pot. There you go, a couple of cloves of garlic. And we need a cup of water. I got some water right here in a cup measure. 1 cup of water. That should do it. And then we need a cup of vinegar, white vinegar. Distilled white vinegar. This thing is on here wrong. Okay, cup of vinegar. Okay, we need a teaspoon of salt. Sea salt is what I happen to have. Teaspoon of salt and 4 teaspoons of sugar, just regular old table sugar. One, 2, 3, 4. Now we're not trying to preserve these things, we're just pickling them. And I got my guitar shaped spoon here. We're just going to get this on the fire and bring it up to a boil, and then we'll put our jalapenos in. Stay tuned, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, the saucepan's on the fire. We'll bring it up to a boil. I'm stirring the solid ingredients to make them dissolve in there. And it shouldn't take long to get this to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, it's getting hot now. It's starting to dissolve. Not quite boiling. As soon as it starts to boil, we're going to put the jalapenos in there. Then we're going to take it off the fire and let it cool, and then we'll get them in the jars. So stay tuned. I won't make you watch me boil water. I'll bring you right back. Alright, the water has just come to a boil. So what we're going to do now is dump in the jalapenos without touching them. Get them in the pot. There you go, all those sliced jalapenos, and we're kind of press them down a little bit to get them all into that solution. And what we're going to do next is take that off the fire. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to take it off the fire and let it steep in that hot water. It's boiling hot water for about 15 minutes, and then we'll jar it up. So stay tuned. The jalapenos have been in the water, in the hot water, for about 15 minutes. They're starting to turn color. If you notice, they're starting to turn that olive green color that you usually associate with pickled jalapenos. What we got to do now is get them out of there and get them in the jars. And I want to be sure and get some red jalapenos in both jars. I want to be sure and, oh, they smell amazing. I want to be sure and get a piece of garlic in each jar. You know, that garlic that was in there? So we're going to jar up these jalapenos. Ah, that looks good already. You got to scoop them out with a one of these things. I forgot what it's called. Oh man, what do you call this thing? I forget. Anyway, let's fill up our jars with that, with the jalapenos. Oh boy, those red ones are really going to set this colors off on this thing. Got to fish out those garlic cloves. I want 1 in each jar, I hope. Hope I got that done. Get the rest of these jalapenos. I got just enough jalapenos to fill up both of these jars, I think. Yeah, don't that look good already? They've already started to turn color. You know, they turn that to a kind of an olive green when they're ready to eat. They're actually ready to eat now. But I don't feel like snacking on one right now. It's a little early in the morning for me. Let's get more in this jar. Here's one of those garlic cloves. I want to be sure and get that in there. And where's that other garlic clove? I hope it went into the other jar. I can only hope. Get the rest of the jalapenos out of there. Now we're going to take a ladle and scoop out the liquid and fill the jars up with that liquid. The brine that we made. We're not pickling. We are pickling. We're not what do they call it? You know, preserving. These are not preserved. They won't keep for long. They'll keep about a month in the refrigerator. After they've cooled off, you're going to fill that jar up to the top with that liquid. There you go. That one's done. Get this one filled up. Filled up with the liquid, the brining liquid. And I doubled this recipe because I got 2 jars of brining liquid. If you have more than 1 jar's worth of jalapenos, you're going to need more water, more sugar, more salt, and more vinegar. But it's actually a pretty easy recipe, and it's got yielding some beautiful results so far. Let me show you what that looks like when we get one done. It's they're not cool enough yet to put the tops on. You got to fill it right up to the top with that liquid, that brining liquid. Then they got to cool off for about 15 minutes. See if I can pick that up. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful jar of pickled jalapenos. Put them in the fridge. They keep in the fridge for about a month. Easy recipe, easy thing to do. Give this a try. You're going to love it. Bye.